Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and today we are going to take a look at Machina, and I'm going to do something new here. I don't know if I'm going to do this as a series or not. We'll see. If people are liking it and it gets a lot of views, I might do some more of these, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a character guide for Machina, and what I'm going to do in this guide is I'm going to talk about what I would recommend giving them for spheres, for artifacts, and just like a quick guide on how to run their rotations or how to play them in general or what the character does. So I'm going to try to make this a quick, concise video so it doesn't drag on too long. So we're going to jump right in here. So Machinas, we're going to jump into artifacts first. Artifacts are really easy for Machina. You just want to run 3 attack 108 and 3 dual wielding star pupil burst. The star pupil burst will give a max brave and attack 5% extra, so you want to stack that times 3. If you can't get this, attack 108 max brave 330 would be your next best bet, but attack 108 is your main priority because he is a DPS unit, right? And then we're going to look at spheres. For spheres, the A spheres on DPS units, basically you just want attack and max brave. So Machina's own sphere is very good. He gets int brave and attack by 10%. And then right now I just have like Vons on him, which is just while he has full HP, he's got this is the refined version, which just gives them 4% attack. Really, the A spheres, you can't go wrong. Just pick things that increase max brave and attack. So it would be like I could go through all of them and it would take forever, right? The B sphere, I think, is the more interesting one because the B sphere is a lot more limited. So I think, in my personal opinion, there's 2 that seemed a little bit more interesting to me. The thing is the B sphere is like a tank sphere. So a lot of these involve like being targeted or like getting hit, taking HP damage, things like that, which Machina isn't really a tank. So it's kind of odd that he has a B sphere, right? The one that I chose for him that I kind of like is the only one I could find that really did a lot with brave damage that didn't involve him like doing tank things. So I actually like Celis' sphere. Increases brave by 40% of int brave after using an ability once per turn, and it does apply to brave and HP plus attacks that have been changed. So this will apply to Machina's burst effect that gives him that insane HP plus, right? So to me, Celis, in terms of like for a damage dealing type of B sphere, that one seemed like the best fit for me. If you look at a lot of the other ones, like you don't want to give him evasion spheres because he doesn't really evade. You don't want to give him ones where he takes HP damage. You never want to like depend on taking HP damage. So I don't like playing a very defensive role. Like I don't want to count on that, which is why like characters with like revive skills, like I don't want to have to plan on that or depend on that. I don't want to have to plan on dying, right? So I don't like to use spheres where I'm planning on taking HP damage. The only other one that I thought was interesting, let me find it here. So you could do, so I actually think Gabrance could be kind of interesting because this just says when you deal a critical hit, which is an offensive move, right? Reduces party's brave damage by 10%. So Gabrant, I think, low-key could be a really good sphere on Machina because Machina is going to be dealing out a lot of crit hits, and it's basically just helping protect your team a little bit. So I think Celis or Gabrant for me would be the top 2 picks for the B spheres for Machina, and I think that's kind of the more interesting one to look at, right? All right, so now what we're going to do really quick is we're just going to jump into a fight here, and I'm just jumping into the mission dungeon because I realized after clearing this, I didn't get all the character points yet, so I need to like just replay some stages. So we're going to jump in with Machina here, and we're just going to look at his basic rotation. It's pretty simple the way you play him. We'll just bring in any friend unit, don't really care here. Okay, so we're going to hop in. All right. So basically the reason why Machina hits so hard, it's because of his BT effect. So if you're going in on Machina, I recommend you go all in, and you definitely want to green Machina, right? So let me see here. We'll just go ahead and set up with Aerith. And I just kind of brought a couple of support units with. So we have Lana and Aerith just to kind of support him. But I'm hoping that the enemies can live long enough for me to show the full rotation, right? So what you want to do is you want to start with Stunning Slash. Stunning Slash is going to give him a free turn, and it's going to put a really important debuff on him. The debuff basically is the Spiral's linchpin here, so that's going to give you the follow-up. So you want to do that first, and it also adds that 16-turn buff on Machina, which is important. Then you get a free turn. So since you get a free action here, I like to use Awakening. So Awakening literally is just a free turn. So he just attacks, it sets up his Awakening buff, which you want to keep on all the time, but it just gives him a free turn, and since it's a free ability, it's just like free damage that you're doing right there, right? Now's where you get serious. So then what you want to do is you want to set up the burst. So if you're green, I'm just going to do the burst attack right away to get that set up. And I do recommend with Machina that you do the instant burst attack first, to set him up, because now he's going to have his HP pluses, right? And then if you do the burst mode later, you can use the HP plus during the burst mode. But if you start with the burst mode, you can't use the HP plus because he doesn't have the buff up. So what you want to do is, you see he has an 8-turn burst buff there, right? That 8-turn burst buff, hold on, I'm going to try to just like not attack these guys very much here. Let me just do Brave Attack. Yeah, I just want to get to Machina's turn like without killing these guys here. Sure, can we just get a break here? Okay, perfect. That's fine. So here's what happens. So with Machina's burst effect on, he has counters too, by the way, which is very good. Now, basically, once you're set up with this 8-turn burst effect, literally the only button you want to press is Furious Blades Burst, other than if you need to like refresh buffs or anything like that. But really, Furious Blades Burst is what you want to be riding with this guy. So what you want to do is you want to ride this out until his burst buff goes down to 1. When his burst buff is at 1 and you still have it, that's when you go into burst mode, and then you'll have Furious Blades Burst available during your burst phase, and that's going to help maximize the damage. So watch this here. We'll use Furious Blades Burst, and watch how much damage this does. It's it's pretty insane. This is why Machina is like the big time damage dealer right now. All right, so I just did 1.1 mil and just absolutely annihilated that boss. Now, granted, this is a chaos fight, right? But yeah, that's why he's so crazy. So what I'm going to try and do here to finish off the video is I'm going to actually try to go into his burst phase. Okay, I just want to get these guys broken here without killing him. Oh, why did he? Okay, hold on. All right, so I'm just going to get through. I just want to get to a Machina turn here, and I'm going to go into burst phase, and then we're going to check out how that HP plus will work during the burst phase. We're going to take a little bit of damage here probably. Yep, we're good though. All right, so don't kill him, please. Oh, he killed him. All right. So anyways, all I was going to show there is then you'd go in the burst phase and you'd have the HP plus available to you there. So that's basically it, guys. In short, that's really the way you run Machina. There are his spheres and his artifacts. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if this was helpful. Let me know if you want to see more of these quick character guides in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.